Hello and welcome to today's tarot reading, my lovely fire signs. Now, this particular reading is going to be looking at your 7 days ahead. So if you are an Aries, a Leo or a Sagittarius, this reading was meant to find you. So thank you for clicking and let's begin with a tarot reading. Right, let's have a look. 7 days ahead. 7 days ahead for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire signs. So I notice that I'm having difficulty. I usually don't have difficulty with shuffling cards. So just straight off the bat, I sense that there is quite a bit of confusion. Something feels a bit muddled up in your life. This one. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. See, 7 days ahead. Oh. Right. Got those cards that wanted to jump out. So there's cards are very active. There's a lot that they want to say. Right, again, you're finding yourself standing still, stuck in some form of a situation. Things are not moving forward. They're just at a standstill. Again, we've got the Hanged Man there. You have the key, of course, so you can change it. You can move your situation forwards. But again, you feel like you're stuck at the moment. Yeah, again, 9 of Pentacles. So it seems like you're going to be you have plenty surrounding you. You have a lot of things. Like, you have a sense like you take joy in spending time on your own. You're a bit of a lone wolf. But you're quite content with that. You're quite happy just being still sometimes, you know, picking up a good book to read, as you know, represented in the picture. You enjoy the stillness, you know, you have plenty. Now, Pentacles to me is about finances, it's about money, it's about wealth. So you have plenty of it, and you're quite content with your life. But you feel stuck, but you're still not happy, yeah. You want to change things because you feel like you're still stuck in the same position. You want to move things forward. Now, I sense this could be a career, this could be a relationship. But even though you're doing a good job, you still don't feel fulfilled. And that's making a lot of people around you feel a bit surprised. Because I feel like you're being seen as somebody who's quite, you know, well off, who's quite accomplished, but you don't feel that yourself this week. Got the Moon card coming up, Major Arcana again. So there's a lot sort of hanging in the air. There's a lot of things happening inside your head. On the outside, it might look quite, you know, still. The energy is going to be moving, yeah. I see that this week you're going to be moving your energies a bit along. You're going to be quite generous with, you know, with people around you. But there is someone perhaps that views you a bit differently. They see you as this powerful, powerful person. It's feminine energy, very powerful, very strong, very accomplished again. And I sense that there is someone who's quite young, a young man, who's playing with the thought of like approaching you. So this week, you might be approached by a young man or someone who's got young masculine energy, not necessarily a biological man, and they've been observing you for a while. And I think that that's gonna move some of that stagnant energy. Okay. We have the Lovers coming up. Now, that you might find yourself towards the end of the week, there's a romance developing. Whether that is with this young masculine energy, I can't say 100% sure, but there is a romantic mood going on. There's something quite nice. It might be someone coming back who's been watching you from a previous relationship with you. Maybe your ex, or someone who used to have a crush. We have Ten of Cups again. We have quite plenty. You're quite... I sense like it's either you want to have a family. You don't want to have, you know, just always be on your own perhaps. You want to have more people around you or have your own family. And I sense that you're going to feel as if this person is coming at the right time. And they might want to have that tiny bit more with you. Yeah. The way that they see you is again as a very powerful, strong, feminine energy. As someone who's very forgiving, very loyal, very, you can even say royal in a way. He sees you as if you're a queen, not a princess, but a queen. And it's, gosh, it feels like he's gonna make a move and you're gonna feel like this is it, this is happening, something new is entering your life, this beautiful romantic relationship that can blossom into something a bit more. Again, really beautiful cards. So it looks like your sort of week ahead is starting off quite slow paced. You're not happy with what you got, even though you're financially stable. But the universe has its ways of working things. You've done a lot of good deeds, you've done a lot of good things for other people. And you have been watched by someone. And they want to approach you. They want a romantic relationship out of this. They want maybe perhaps a family, and the way that they see you is as if you're the sun. You're very radiant. And they will want to probably make a move, and it's going to feel right for you. You're just going to feel right for each other at the moment. I always say at the moment because this is 7 days ahead. I would have to look into a lot longer to be able to tell you whether or not this is going to be a very big sort of relationship, big deal in your life. But so far I can say that it seems as if it is. Because this person just doesn't want to have like a on and off relationship. They want to have stability with you. Which indicates to me something a bit, how would you put it? A bit more than just a one-night stand. It's because they see you as such a respectable figure. They have so much love and respect for you. Now again, I say a masculine figure, and again, I don't mean biologically necessarily. It could be just someone who has a lot of masculine energy about them. Someone who's quite youthful. Sorry, I can't pronounce that word. Youthful. So, let's have a look at my oracle cards and see if they got anything to add to this beautiful reading. Right, anything for my fire signs? Anything to add, Spirit? 7 days ahead for fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Ooh. I feel strong about this card, so I'll set it to the side. Now, sometimes in some readings, some cards tend to feel much stronger than others, and those usually I set to the side. Right, so let's have a look at what the Oracle cards have to say. Yeah, your dreams need a practical plan. Again, we have a lot of home energy with full moon and Taurus. Nothing yet is set in stone. That appeared next to Four of Cups. So I think that's quite relevant. So you shouldn't trouble yourself with being not very happy or being really miserable, because your situation is going to change eventually. You might need to plan a few things ahead, how you want things to sort of work out. I find that sometimes manifesting helps. Now, I don't know that much about manifesting when it comes down to, practical side, but when it comes down to theoretical stuff, I do believe that if you can sort of sit down and sort of try to manifest, there's so many videos on YouTube to help you. If you can just sort of think about it. Now, I know people say it's manifesting, but really it's reprogramming your brain. So you make a plan inside your head automatically because you're thinking about or obsessing over something. So in a way that's going to help you with the practical plan. Now, the Taurus card can also signify that you might be dealing with a Taurus this coming week, or you have a lot of Taurus energy. Again, it came up next to Nine of Pentacles, which for me personally is a bit like a wealthy sort of home surrounding, being content, being happy with what you have card. Again, a bit of home energy in there. So next one, what do you need to release? Yes, that came up next to the Moon card. So you need to consider what you want to let go of, because sometimes letting go of things, clearing this old stagnant energy, can move things along for you. So definitely look into letting old feelings go, old, relationships, old, things that don't serve you anymore. Yeah, hold your vision. Hold on to that thought of what you want. Have faith in your dreams. These are such encouraging messages. They're so beautiful. Again, having faith in your dreams, in yourself, will help you to get there where you want to be. Ooh, a fiery climax approaches. Again, that might be, we've got Aries energy. So again, that might be a confirmation for you as an Aries. You might be dealing with an Aries. But you have definitely new energy coming in. A fiery climax approaches. So you might be having a bit of an entrance into passion, into romance in the coming 7 days. So that's quite exciting. And this was a card that I felt super strong about. Looking at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Again, we have full moon Aries, full moon Sagittarius. That for me just confirms that this is meant to find you if you are a fire sign, if you're a Sagittarius, if you're an Aries. Looking at the bigger picture, looking at your romantic situation, thinking sometimes whether or not that's going to please you, whether or not that's really what you want. Again, sometimes you might, again, like Four of Cups, you might feel like you're not doing enough, or you're not good enough, or it doesn't please you anymore, something doesn't serve you anymore. But it's useful to take a step back and reevaluate and say, does it actually make me that miserable? Because, sometimes we have so many things that are going well in our life, but then one small thing that's not that great happens and we tend to hyper-focus on it. So I feel like the universe is asking you to take a step back and just really, really ground yourself and take a look back and see whether or not this is right for you. Whether or not it really makes you feel miserable, perhaps. So let's have a look at my other oracle deck. Any messages for 7 days ahead For my lovely fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Oh, cards are clashing. Oh, I feel that's an important card. I'll put it to the side. These two just clashed. It's interesting. Right, let's have a little look. Fruit, achievement and success. Again, I feel like you're a high achiever. You're quite successful. Again, it just confirms me with the Nine of Pentacles. How would you put it? You worked really hard in your life to get where you are at the moment. You should be proud of yourself, really. Yeah, determination, hard work. Summer, expansion and growth. Yep. So in the coming 7 days, you might experience personal growth. Got Carnelian. Bringing creativity and leadership. And we have roots, healthy patterns, growth. Again, lots of cards about growing. Hedge, potential boundaries, indecisions. And we have the cauldron, creation, opportunity and carrying. Well, carrying. So by the looks of it, this is all to do, I feel like, bringing creativity in is going to be quite important in the coming 7 days. I feel like that's going to help you grow a lot more. Because in the past, I see you've done a lot of hard work. You're a very determined person. You're quite stubborn when it comes to that. You have your sort of goals that you have in life. And I see you as somebody who really strives to complete them. This is a really nice reading. We've got love coming in the 7 days. Someone's watching you, but not in a creepy way. It's more of sort of admiring you from a distance before they approach you. I would recommend having a look at carnelian and crystals. I am personally a Sagittarius, and I do find extremely useful carrying carnelian around. It's one of the stones that I recommend for a lot of fire signs. It's absolutely great, like a boost of energy almost. I carry it with me every single day wherever I go. It gives me a lot of confidence. It sort of boosts my creativity because I'm quite a creative person, and sometimes I go into a slump and that brings me right out. So it's worth considering getting one, or at least having a look into it. Now, citrine is another great crystal if you're curious about bringing sort of lighter energies into your life. It's also great for if you're trying to manifest more money, or even have that little boost of like sunshine, I call it. So positive energy. Right, and on this note, thank you for tuning in and watching this video, fire signs. I hope that you have a lovely day wherever you are, and that everything goes really well for you. So take good care of yourself, and bye bye for now.